Copywriting is an art of communicating your message in a clear way that resonates with your target audience. Good copy must walk a fine line between encouraging customer to take action without sounding too pushy. No matter where your copy is, it should be punchy and catch someone's attention. In simple words, copywriting is an art of persuading someone or people to buy your product. So now we know the importance and what of copywriting. Let's understand and discuss 5 tips that can make you an amazing copywriter. Tip number 1 is read, read and read. Reading helps you to improve your language skills, thereby increase your interpersonal communication skills power. One thing I will point out here is we cannot learn copywriting by just watching a video. Even though I am making one, you can only learn by implementing and reading. This video is only for giving you a direction and points for getting started. When you read, you observe and learn how your thought messages are conveyed. Tip number 2 is audience research. You should not sit down to write a copy unless you really understand your reader. But how you will be able to do it? Obviously, it's with audience research. And to do audience research, you should know these things. First is who they are. Try to understand who exactly your target audience is. Someone who is a teenager or someone who is a college student with interest in pop culture. Second is where. Where do they talk about their issues? You have to find out such platforms and you will really understand their pain points. This also helps you in knowing the best place to advertise your copy. Third is what. Take notes of common words, things and complaints mentioned in those platforms. This will help you to articulate your copy in a better manner and it will resonate more with your target audience. Fourth is why. Why they might be or might not be interested in your product. Part of the things good audience research gives you is the insight of your customer's fear. Let's say you have a client who are D2C fashion brand specifically for pop culture apparel. Most probably your target audience will be somewhere around 16 to 28. Then you will segment this range in a different kind of audience. Some of the common characteristics of these audience are they are very heavy on social media, memes, trends and catchy language. Therefore, you have to make sure the copy you write must be creative, catchy and trendy. Tip number 3 is create a swipe file. It's a collection of phrases, sentences and content pieces which are used to gain inspiration for future work. These can be a physical or digital collection, or you can just make a Google Doc or Notion Doc which will help you to just copy paste thing you liked over the internet. And they are like cheat sheet for copywriters which can help them to generate ideas for their next project. I love collecting blog headlines and intros and even subject line of email. Tip number 4 is principle of influence. Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion is a book written by Dr. Robert who has experience of more than 3 decades in the world of marketing and mechanics of persuasion. According to him, there are few principles which you can apply to make your audience take required action. And number 1 is scarcity. Imagine your favorite brand came up with a collection of your favorite superhero with stock of only 500 t-shirts. And yes, there is a reason why brands do such activities. Because people like access to exclusive or limited stuff. And it also makes them feel special and rare. Because if there is no sense of urgency, there is no desires to spend. And we feel like that thing will always be there. Second is reciprocation. Your client or prospect will be more willing to perform any action if you can guarantee them the return. Ever seen brand giving you 20% if you refer the app or the product to someone and the revenue they will generate from that? Or you have visited any website and they said you that we can give you free consultation if you just fill up this form. And that's a much better way to increase your email subscribers. And the 5th and final tip is, can you guess it? It's writing. You have to write and write. It's important to remember that copywriting is a skill. Like any skill, it takes time and practice to master. So that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. If yes, then do subscribe and like to our channel. We will be coming up with more such interesting videos. And also, we recently had a podcast around copywriting with copywriting coach. So if you want to watch that, I will attach the link in the description. Thank you so much. Keep writing.